Greetings, everybody, and welcome once again to Fun Valley in Hutchinson, Kansas. The postseason has arrived. It's time for Region 6 District D softball. The Hutchinson Blue Dragons and Coffeyville Red Ravens on the Blue Dragon Sports Network. No power.
We're getting feed through, so still getting feed into the cameras.
Sorry about that. Blue Dragons, number 11 in the country. The final team, or this is the final series to reach Topeka. And the Blue Dragons getting set to take on the best of three series. Steve Carpenter with you. I'll be joined momentarily by Kobe Comley. There we go, guys. One of our our amps wasn't working right, but now we got juice. Thanks to our crack technical staff. Now we can officially get going with the pregame show. Hutchinson, number 11 in the country, 36-6, one of the best seasons in team history. In fact, the highest winning percentage among regular season teams ever. Coffeyville coming in with a record of 17-45-1. They finish down the pack. They come in on a losing streak, but this is a very formidable team. Hutchinson swept Coffeyville back in early April, but it was not easy. That series, if you remember, started off with a home run off the bat of Jordan Sutton on the very first pitch on that April 8th afternoon here. Mind you, it was 71 degrees. It was much warmer. But Hutchinson came back to win that game. It was 4-3 after 4 innings, and the Dragons scored 9 runs and ended up unrolling Coffeyville 14-4. The second game, not nearly as easy. Hutchinson found itself down 6-0 after an inning and a half and came back late to win 10-6. So the Dragons have their work cut out for them. They know that. And where it all starts in the postseason is in the circle. And pitcher Holly Kelly, a 24-4 record coming into this one with a just absolutely dazzling 1.66 earned run average. Nation's leader in strikeouts at 242. She pitched the first game against Coffeyville and got the win through a complete game, but not one of her better outings. She gave up 8 hits, 4 earned runs, struck out 9, and walked 2. She, on that afternoon, was faced by the pitcher that she will face today. Actually, no, Coffeyville going with a different pitcher today in J.C. Fourth through game 2. And had a 6-0 lead, but wound up going the distance, giving 12 hits, 10 runs, 7 earned, and she walked 5 in that game. So the Dragons look all caught up as we go through the afternoon. When we return, we will speak with HCC head coach Jamie Rose. It's the Blue Dragons and the Red Ravens, Region 6 District D from Fun Valley. You're listening to Blue Dragon Softball on the Blue Dragon Sports Network. Welcome back to Fun Valley, everybody. Steve Carpenter speaking with HCC head softball coach Jamie Rose before the postseason begins. Best of 3 with Coffeyville. Are they jumping at the bit? This should have been done on Saturday, and here we are Monday afternoon, and you guys are the last series to get going.
Yeah, we've been waiting a while. I think we're starting to get a little energy to us. We were a little dead I'm hoping we can forget about finals for a few hours and play some softball.
The first time that you guys played Coffeyville, first pitch of the game was a little scary. It was not an easy doubleheader that day. You run-rolled them 14-4 the first game, but the second game you found yourselves down 6-0 and rallied to win 8-6. So obviously, record withstanding Coffeyville is a formidable opponent.
Oh, Coffeyville's definitely a formidable opponent. They, the first game, it was 4-3 into the fifth inning. In the second game, like I said, we had to come from 6 down. They can swing the bats, and when they play solid defense, they're a team that can jump up and get you.
But this team, you guys said it time and time again, nothing really seems to phase your 2016 team. And, they battled back from that, 4-3, broke it open, and they came back from the 6-0 deficit. Things they've done many, many times this year. So just talk about the mindset. A lot of players, a lot of teams, and a lot of coaches, when you sweep a team, you maybe have that little mental thing inside where, okay, we don't have to play. We got these guys twice, but did the girls know Nick Coffeyville can jump up and get them?
Well, I certainly hope so. I spent a whole week telling them that once the playoffs are here, everybody's record is 0-0. So we've gone over it time and time again and tried to make sure we're focused on that we got to bring our best game because, Coffeyville has nothing to lose.
Speaking with Jamie Rose before this afternoon's doubleheader with Coffeyville. I asked you this a couple of weeks ago, but now that the regular season's over, 36-6, just a fabulous, wonderful, magical ride in the record in the regular season. Have you had a chance? We did get a couple extra days with the Rainiers. Have you had a chance to maybe put a little bit of it in perspective, just how special this regular season has been?
A little bit. It's kind of one of those, like you said, it's been a magical season. But I think anytime you go into the playoffs, you're a little uneasy because, it's like you had a great year, but you want to make sure you finish it off right. I think we really won't be able to put the full scope of everything into perspective of just how much this team has accomplished until we are done. And hopefully that is after Topeka.
Well, obviously in the postseason, hinges on it all season, but in the postseason, that person in the circle becomes even more of a central figure in the sport of softball. So, talk about Holly Kelly a little bit. 24-4, just a fabulous season, one of the best ever in HCC history. Just talk about what she's going to have to do today to get the job done.
She's going to have to keep them off balance. They came out, first time we played them, they came out swinging against her and did a good job of that. We're going to take probably a little bit different game plan than we did the first time we saw them. Really just trying to keep them off balance, but, do what she's been doing all year, and that's just compete.
Then offensively, the numbers speak for themselves. I mean, just leader after leader. I assume that plan stays status quo, just keep swinging and do what you've been doing?
Yeah, offensively, we're just trying to keep things going. They've done a fabulous job all year of putting the ball hard in play, doing a good job of making sure they understand the situation.
I ask you about your 1-2 spots in the order. Everybody's always looked at what Holly has done and Kelsey Thompson has done, Tori Carruthers, Sammy Lois with all the power. But Hannah Danielson and Kendall Blanco have been maybe the two best table setters you ever had in the 1-2 hole. They ton of hits, they get on base a lot, and they make things happen. Talk about Kendall and Hannah.
Those two have given Holly and Kelsey and Tori and Sammy a huge opportunity to get all those RBIs. They are the table setters. When they're rolling, we're rolling. They understand their role, both of them. Hannah desperately wants to hit a home run, but she knows that's not her. She is a singles machine. That's what we just want her to keep doing, get on. And Kendall has done a phenomenal job of reading the defense all year. she's obviously really good at laying the bunt down, and she's also proved as of late she's got a little.
Battery went dead on our recorder, so we apologize for not having the rest of the pregame interview with Jamie Rose. He was talking about the 1-2 hitters, Han Danielson and Kendall Blanco. We're going to have our national anthem here from Fun Valley. Welcome back to Fun Valley, everybody. Steve Carpenter, Kobe Comley with you. The Dragons getting set to take the field for Game 1 of this best-of-3 Region 6 District E opening round series. The only one left to be contested. The other 7 have made their, or punched their tickets to Topeka. We'll go through that as the afternoon goes on. Let's get to the starting lineups as the Dragons get set to take the field. First for the Red Ravens, 17-45-1. Second baseman Bailey Gray will lead it off. She'll be followed by the right fielder Joni Pulse batting second. Batting third will be the shortstop Jordan Sutton. Batting in the cleanup and playing third base, Adrian Bunton. Rachel Trapp bats fifth. She plays first base. The catcher, Rianne Bunnell, bats sixth. Bailey Gully is the designated player batting seventh. Batting eighth will be the left fielder, Rebecca Mullen. Batting ninth in the center field, Courtney Brown. And J.C. Forth gets the start in the circle. So for the Red Ravens, it's Bay Pulse, Sutton, Bunton, Trapp, Bunnell, Gully, Mullen, Brown, and J.C. Forth in the circle. Real quickly for the Blue Dragons, 36-6. Hannah Danielson will lead it off and play second base. Kendall Blanco bats second in center field. Batting third, pitcher Holly Kelly. Batting fourth, third baseman Kelsey Thompson. Batting fifth, Tori Carruthers, the first baseman. Batting sixth, shortstop Sammy Los. Batting seventh, the designated player Sarah Hernandez. Batting eighth in left field, Allie Rains. And batting ninth, in the catcher Nicole Pendleton. The flex and right fielder today is Mackenzie Lee. So Kobe, real.
It's been a great season. Time to carry the momentum generated in the regular season and here into the postseason.
Holly Kelly will face Bailey Gray to lead it off, and here we go. Pitch is taken low, ball one. Holly Kelly 24-4, making her 24th start, 36th appearance overall, and sterling 1.66 ERA, third best in the league. Changeup swung on and missed by Gray, and it's 1-1. 5 shutouts, 22 complete games, 169 innings pitched. The nation leading 242 strikeouts. Gray waves and misses the pitch up, and she's down in the count 1-2. Kelly's allowed 128 hits, 54 runs, 40 earned. She gets struck out 242, walked 45, and Gray dunks one right down the line for a fair ball. It's on a 1-2 pitch. Bailey Gray dunks one over the third base and lands just inches inside the line fair. And that's how we started off. At least it wasn't the home run on the first pitch that Jordan Sutton hit on April 8th. I'll bring up right fielder Joni Pulse. Pulse hitting .323 for the year, a couple of home runs, 25 RBIs. Showing Button takes low, ball one. Gray at first. 263 hitter with an on base at 298. That one fouled straight back onto the screen. And it'll hang up there. Count evens at a ball and a strike. her first game against Coffeyville. Not one of Holly's strongest, but she battled through and got the win in a 14-4 run roll win. The pitch. Strike on the outside corner. Pulse pulled back. And now she's down to the count 1-2. Pendleton drops the sign. The pitch. Called strike 3, inside corner, 1 away. That'll bring up team's best hitter in Coffeyville and Jordan Sutton, the shortstop. Sutton hitting .349 with 12 home runs. That's a team high. 38 RBIs, a team high. 65 hits. That's a team high. Also has 10 doubles, 4 triples. The wind in the pitch. Runner was going and was fouled back onto the screen. The first pitch of that April 8 afternoon, game 1 here at Fun Valley, Sutton went yard on Kelly. Kind of woke the Dragons up a little bit. Kelly delivers the 0-1. Off speed, popped up. Upside, drifting back is low. Side one to the grass. She's got it for the second out. Gray goes about halfway and retreats, but now they're 2 away. That'll bring up the third baseman, Adrian Bunton. Bunton, a .303 hitter on the year with 46 hits. 7 home runs and 28 RBIs. This Coffeyville team can hit. The .254 batting average is deceiving. Pitching on the hands, foul back. Good location from Kelly, jamming Bunton. Once again, Gray was on the move. Gray 6 out of 6 in stolen bases. The wind in the pitch. Rise ball swung on and missed, and it's 0-2. Over on the other field, Hutch High just completed a suspended game with Mays and dropped a 5-4 decision. Wind in the pitch. Got her swinging, and the inning is over. So the little bloop single got dropped right on the third base line. Does not come back to her. No runs, a hit, and 1 left after a half. It's Coffeyville 0 and the Blue Dragons coming up. JC Fourth gets the start for the Dragons. 0-1 this year is fourth against HCC. For the season, 6-19 with a 6.63 earned run average. Her 27th start, 30th appearance overall. She has 17 complete games. Fourth has tossed 145 and 2/3 innings. She's allowed 256 hits, 195 runs, 138 of those are earned. She has struck out 74, walked 66, and has allowed 16 home runs. The Dragons are going to have to show a little bit of patience today. They were almost too patient. Brad Howell, you're saluting us from the Hutchinson News. Hannah Danielson to lead it off. Oh, Howell. The wide of the first pitch is a curveball in for strike 1. Hannah Danielson hitting .361 with 60 hits, 8 doubles, 2 triples, and 18 driven in on base of .406. She takes high for a ball, and it's 1-1. It is Danielson, Blanco, and Kelly here in the first against JC Fourth, and it took the Dragons a full trip around the first time to kind of get the timing on Fourth the first time. Danielson fouls one out of play with the Dragon dugout, and now it's a ball and 2 strikes. The pitch downstairs, a changeup. Now it's 2-2. Rebecca Mullen in left field, Courtney Brown in center, Joni Polson right, the outfield for the Coffeyville Red Ravens. Pulse is 2-2. Fouled off, and Danielson stays alive. Adrian Bunton at third, Jordan Sutton at short, Bailey Gray the second baseman. Rachel Trapp is at first base. Ram Bunnell behind the plate, and in the circle, JC fourth. 2-2 the count to Hannah Danielson the pitch. Misses low, full count. When the tape went dead talking with Jamie, she was talking about her 1-2 hitters and just how much they've meant to this team in setting the table. 3-2 pitch, and it's a leadoff walk to Danielson.
Good job by
Hannah draws her 7th walk of the year.
Good job by Danielson working out of a 1-2 count to get it full and the walk.
Now bring up Kendall Blanco, a sophomore from Ottawa, having just a fabulous year. Drops a bunt down, it stays fair. The throw to first, not nearly in time. It's a bunt single. The 20th bunt single of the year for Blanco. And her 52nd of the year. So the table setters are on. Now Holly Kelly steps up.
And as vaunted as she is for her pitching, she is dangerous at bat as well.
Indeed, Holly Kelly hit .452, 13 home runs, 54 RBIs, 66 hits total, 17 doubles. She is one extra base hit shy of tying Jamie Tano for the career record in extra base hits. She takes strike one from fourth. Now the pitch, the hands, it's fisted foul, and Kelly hits out of an 0-2 hole. A little warmer than it's been the past few days. The sun actually starting to peer out a little bit too. The 0-2 pitch, curveball off the plate, wide 1-2. Danielson at second, Blanco at first. Here's the pitch. Up the middle, diving stop by the shortstop, and the ball thrown into right field. There will be no more advancement. It'll be a fielder's choice and a throwing error on the shortstop, Sutton, and the Dragons have him loaded with nobody out. It was a great diving stop by Jordan Sutton, but she really didn't have to rush the throw. Kendall Blanco had to stay put to make sure the ball wasn't caught. So Danielson at third, Blanco at second, Kelly at first with third baseman Kelsey Thompson. She takes inside, ball one. Kelsey on the year, a team high .463 average with 63 hits, 8 home runs, and 51 RBIs. So the Dragons have the first scoring opportunity. The pitch. Kelsey lays off the rise ball, and it's 2-0. Tori Carruthers is on deck. Just underway here, game one, best of 3 from Fun Valley. The final ticket to Topeka to be punched. There's a strike. Taking all the way was Thompson, and it's 2-1. The Dragons, a school record 60 home runs this year. They hit. There's a strike right over the heart of the plate. Now it's 2-2. Holly Kelly had a home run in that first game. Tori Carruthers had a home run in that first game. Sammy Lose hit a pair of bombs. Fly ball right center field. The center fielder Brown makes the catch. Tagging from third is Danielson. She scores, and the Dragons are on the board. Moving up to third is Blanco. So an RBI for Thompson, her 52nd on her 5th sacrifice fly of the year. And Hutchinson's on top 1-0. Now first baseman Tori Carruthers. Here's the pitch, showing bunt. It's down. It's a safety. Fourth fields, and she holds the ball to be an infield single for Tori Carruthers. So the Dragons trying to get that second run in. And it turns out to be a bunt single for Carruthers. Kelly moves up to second, and now Sammy Lowe steps in. Last week's Jayhawk Conference Player of the Week, team high 14 home runs. A foot by Blanco at 2-0. That will be the 62nd RBI for Sammy Lose. Not yet. Now Sarah Hernandez. She takes ball one. So the Dragons had the makings for a big inning. Bases loaded, 1 away and 2 already across. Sarah Hernandez, 340 hitter on the year. She takes high ball 2. Sarah with 3 home runs and 29 RBIs. The Dragons this year with the bases loaded, first to pitch, and that's 3-0. The Dragons a 384 hitting team with bases loaded, 28 for 73. Hernandez will likely be taking here. Here's the cripple in the hitter. A second straight hit batter forces it in. Holly Kelly steps on the plate to make it 3-0. Back-to-back hit batters by J.C. fourth, Los to second, Carruthers to third. And already the 8th batter of the inning and sophomore left fielder Allie Raines. Raines hitting 354 on the year, 7 home runs, 44 RBIs. She has a couple of grand slams this year. Curveball catches the outside corner from fourth, and it's 0-1. The Dragons as a team, 6 grand slams. 2 by Raines, 2 by Los, 1 by Carruthers, 1 by Thompson.
Lexi.
Correct. Yeah, that was probably the most important one of the year. Good catch. So 7 grand slam. 1-1 pitch. Up the middle and down for a hit. Carruthers will score, and everybody will move up 60 feet. Now the ball bobbled by the center fielder, and that will allow Los to score to make it 5-0. 1 RBI on the play, and then the center fielder, Brown, bobbles it. That will allow Los to come in from second, and yeah, it's an error. So 1 RBI. Everything above that is earned now. Runners at first and second for Nicole Pendleton, who takes strike 1. Hernandez at second now. Raines at first. Nicole Pendleton, the 9th hitter of the inning. The pitch. Line drive, right field, a base hit. They will hold Hernandez at third. She had to wait to make sure the ball got through. So Pendleton delivers Hutchinson's 4th hit of the inning. And basically it's been station to station softball.
And the run now becomes earned, right?
Yes. Back to the top of the order, and really it didn't take all that long to go through one trip. It just seemed like Hannah was hitting like 5 minutes ago, and I think she might have been. Ball 1. Hannah Danielson, who drew a leadoff walk to start this inning off. Already 5 across in the inning. Dragons have parlayed it with a couple of bases loaded hit batsmen and a couple of errors. Pitch taken inside, and it's 2-0 to Hannah. Right now, the Dragons trying to make an early statement. The pitch, on the hand, slow roll is short. Bobbled in through. 1 run will score. Here comes Raines to score, and it's 7-0, and Jordan Sutton may be injured. I think they've got interference on Allie. I think only 1 run's going to score. They've got runner's interference on Raines, but for Coffeyville, Jordan Sutton is injured, and she has popped up. So it's going to be, goes a base hit for Hannah. Pendleton the second. Raines out, 6 unassisted, INT, and Hernandez scores. So Jamie Rose is going to come out and get the explanation. I saw the base umpire, and I thought there was contact between Raines and Jordan Sutton. I think she's going to be okay. Both medical staffs from Coffeyville and Hutchinson are out there. Actually, they're going to bring Hernandez back. That's right. So Hernandez will not score. She will get placed back at second. Raines out on the interference. Pendleton moves up to second, and Danielson will be at first. So when we return, after checking on the condition of Jordan Sutton, it'll be bases loaded and 2 outs. Danielson will be credited with a base hit.
Yeah, you got to get the RBI off, though. There you go. No. So, Jordan Sutton is upright. Wow, you don't even.
All right, Jordan Sutton is up, being attended to by both the Coffeyville and Hutchinson medical staffs. She was kind of got tangled up with her. Rains is out on interference, and it looks like Jordan Sutton, Coffeyville's leading hitter, will stay in the game. That's good. Whenever want to see something like that. Hernandez on the interference has to return to third, so no run scores in the play. It remains 5-0.
And
Nicole-
Kendall, for the second time this inning.
Nicole Pendleton will be at second, and Hannah Danielson at first. And Kendall Blanco, the batter, she dropped down. And that is the correct call. There was contact right in the baseline. The runner has to give the fielder an opportunity to field the ball. Now, that everything else was administered. Ben Whitsitt thinks the run should come in. But once that pled on the interference, you've got to put Hernandez back at third base. My understanding, and I've been a certified umpire for many years as well, that is the correct call. Jamie fighting for her team, though, and as she should. 10 batters in the inning, 5 have scored. Hannah Danielson walked. Kendall Blanco dropped down a bunt single. Holly Kelly hit the ball to the shortstop Sutton, but when they went to get the force to Blanco, she threw it into right field. That loaded the bases. Kelsey Thompson had a sac fly to score Danielson to make it 1-0. Tori Carruthers dropped down a bunt single to load it up again. Then Sammy Los and Sarah Hernandez, back-to-back bases loaded, hit by pitches, forced in a couple. And then Allie Raines with a single that drove in the fourth run, and then another throwing error. The ball was bobbled by the center fielder Courtney Brown, and that allowed Sammy Los to score the fifth run. So Jamie Rose continues to argue, but the interference is the overlying factor, so she's got to stay there. Oh, they're going to bring her in. And it's 6-0. Danielson will drive in her 19th run of the year. And now Coffeyville head coach Tamika Hamill out arguing the other point of it. Like I said, initially, when there's interference called, you've got to put everybody back. But Jamie Rose won the argument. Most importantly, Jordan Sutton appears to be okay. She was tangled up with Allie Raines, and that's what started this delay. She's gingerly out there, but she stays inside corner with a curveball for strike one. Blanco again, a bunt single, her 20th bunt hit of the year. Pitch. Drops one down, but this one right back to fourth. Second baseman Bailey Gray covers, and the inning is over. But a fine start for the Blue Dragons in this one. 6 runs on 5 hits. There were 2 errors and 2 left on. We go to the second inning here in game number 1. Dragons 6 and the Red Ravens nothing. 6-0 Hutch after one. Just how Jamie Rose had it drawn up on the chalkboard. Jump on him early and then keep the pedal to the metal. Rachel Trapp, Ryan Bunnell, Bailey Gully to face Holly Kelly here in the second. Kelly, after giving up a bleeder single on a 1-2 pitch, struck out two and got out of the first. And Rachel Trapp swings through the first offers from Kelly to start the second. Rachel Trapp hitting .222, 32 hits, a home run, and 23 RBIs. Showing bunt, but she's going to pull back as soon as the motion goes and takes an inside pitch for a strike, and it's 0-2. Kelly gets the sign from Pendleton, the pitch. Change up in the dirt, 1-2. Hutchinson trying to return to Topeka for the second consecutive year. The pitch, upstairs 2-2. Last year, they went 1-2 in the capital city. The pitch, inside full count. Kobe calmly got to call a dramatic Game 1 win over Labette, where Holly Kelly outpitched Alex Brake. Swing and a miss. Up the foul ball. Barely got a piece of it, did Trapp. And it stays alive at 3-2.
And what a game that was, let me tell you.
It was a dandy. Payoff pitch. Lead off walk to start the second. Now the catcher, Ram Bunnell. Bunnell hitting .268 for the year with 37 hits, 10 doubles, a home run, and 14 RBIs. Showing bunt, drops one down, it's a good one, fielded by the third baseman Thompson. Handed Danielson, covers the bag at first, 5-4 sack bunt, trapped second, one away. Now the designated player, Bailey Gully. Gully hitting .229 for the year, no home runs, one extra base hit, a double, 16 RBIs. Runner at second, 1-0, 6-0 Hutcher in the second. Good stop by Nicole Pendleton, who gets the start behind the dish today.
And a good crowd starting to assemble here on what's actually turning out to be a beautifully gorgeous late afternoon into the evening.
About time we had a good day. The pitch, strike at the knees, and it's 1-1. Rebecca Mullen, the number 8 hitter in the coffee bowl order, will be next. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss, 1-2. Kelly with 2 strikeouts in the first inning. She's allowed 1 hit and 1 walk. 1-2 delivery. In on the hands, it's popped up, foul territory. Diving attempt by Nicole Pendleton. Comes up just short. And we'll reset again at 1-2. Nice effort from Nicole Pendleton. Maybe wondering why the lineup a little bit switched today. Jamie Rose thought this would give best defensive and best offensive outing or chance against Coffeyville. Kelly misses inside with a screwball, and now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes to the batter, Gully. Actually, Kobe, it's so nice. I meant to peel the jacket off here. I was ready for cool conditions today. 2-2 pitch. Got her looking. 2 away.
And by the way the morning started, you thought it was going to be mid-50s and semi-miserable for tonight. My brother was playing in Pratt at a tennis tournament this morning. I was there, and I was in a full coat and sweats. I was still shivering at that. I had to break out the hot cocoa.
Now a slapper. Left fielder Rebecca Mullen, and she takes a screwball off the plate wide for ball 1. The pitch. Inside ball 2. Mullen, just 11 hits and 71 at bats, a 155 average. She's walked 11 times. There's a strike on the outside corner. Good location painting the outer edge from Kelly. Now she's down to the count 2-1. Trap at second. She led off with a walk. Here's the pitch. Outside, 3-1. Holly just trying to be a little bit too fine. Bundle sacrifice trap to second, and Gully struck out for the second out looking. Right down the heart of the plate. Now it's a full count. And now Holly should just challenge Mullen and see if we can't get back to the dugout. Leading 6-0 the pitch. Lost her. Couple of walks in the inning, first and second, 2 away for the center fielder, Courtney Brown. Brown hitting .252 with 32 hits. No home runs, 4 doubles, a triple, and 13 RBIs. Hitting from the left side. Strike on the outside corner. Kelly this year against left-handers, allowing .241 average, 193 to righty. Look like same pitch, but gets a different call, and it's 1-1.
And the one thing the Coffeyville batters are doing, they're extending the at-bats only through 1 2/3 innings. And Kelly's already gotten in 35
right
pitches.
back to Kelly. And throws on to first, handed Danielson there, and the inning is over. Not a good bump by Brown. No runs, no hits, and 2 left. Kelly works around the 2 walks. We go to the bottom of the second inning, 6-0 Hutchinson. Dragons try to increase a 6-run lead here in the bottom of the second inning. Game 1 of best of 3 series. Hutchinson trying to advance to Cowley, or to Topeka to play Cowley. Dragons sent 11 to the plate in the first. Now Holly Kelly leads off the second against JC fourth. Strike 1 to Kelly. In the first game, that fourth pitch, there was the come from behind 8-6 win on April 8th. Fourth pitch to complete games with 6 innings. Holly swings and misses and down in the count, 0-2. Fourth allowed 12 hits, 10 runs. 7 were earned. She struck out 1 but walked 5. Breaking pitch away, and it's 1-2. It is Kelsey Thompson, and Tori Carruthers here in the second. The pitch. Got her swinging on a changeup. 1 away. First strikeout for JC Fourth. Now Kelsey Thompson, the third baseman. Kelsey sacrifice fly into right center field her first time up. That plated the first run of the game with Hannah Danielson. Pitch taken low for ball 1. In that April 8th doubleheader, Kelsey Thompson was 3 for 6 with a pair of doubles. Scored 4 times. The pitch. Got under it, drives to right center field, and Pulse can't get to it, and it drops in, and it will be a double for Kelsey Thompson. The 6th hit of the game, and Pulse just kept going and couldn't chase up to it. The ball had some carry to it. What wind there is helped it. That is the 19th team high double for Kelsey Thompson. Now it's ball one to Tori Carruthers. Tori had a bunt single and scored a run in that 6-run first inning. Looking to drive one in here, the pitch. Hit foul out of play to the right. And the count even had a ball and a strike. It has turned out to be an absolutely gorgeous afternoon, not much wind.
Which for Fun Valley is an oddity.
Extremely. Good news on the baseball side of it after this pitch. Carruthers takes low for a ball. Hutchinson will get the number 2 seed in the Jayhawk West. Pratt came up and beat Garden City today in Game 3 of a 4-game series. So the Dragons will finish second behind Colby and get the number 2 seed in the West. It's a called foul ball. Really clipped the bat of Carruthers. He was, trying to get out of the way, but now it's 2-2. So Ryan Schmidt's crew will be the number 2 seed in the West and will likely draw Independence in round 1 Saturday at Fun Valley. Fly ball shallow right field, post coming in, and it drops in and gets past her. That will allow Carruthers to go to second. Thompson can only move up to third. She had to wait to see if the ball was going to be caught, so very rare where back-to-back doubles doesn't produce a run, but the Dragons now with 7 hits, 2 for extra bases, second and third, 1 out for shortstop Sammy Lose. Tori Carruthers now with her 50th. Sammy shows bunt and takes ball 1. Sammy Lowe's had a bases loaded hit by pitch to drive in her 62nd run of the year. That pitch bounces in. Nice play by the catcher Bundle to keep it right there, but Lowe's has a 2-0 advantage in the count. Dragons looking to increase a 6-0 lead. They scored 6 in the first. Here's the pitch. High ball 3. Sarah Hernandez waits in the on-deck circle. Here's the cripple. Right in there for a strike. Sammy taking all the way, and it's 3-1 to the sophomore from Udall. Lowe hitting .458 for the year, 14 home runs, and now 62 RBIs. The pitch. Ball 4, and the bases are loaded. Lose is the second walk allowed by J.C. Forts. He's also hit a couple. Sarah Hernandez was one of them. She plunked with the bases loaded. That drove in run number 3. Hernandez, the designated player this afternoon, and she takes low ball 1. That was the 50th pitch for J.C. Forth, and we're 1 out just into the second inning. Well, the Dragons being equally patient. The wind in the pitch. High for a ball, 2-0. Good discipline by Hernandez laying off that rise ball. Allie Raines on deck. The pitch. Popped up foul, and it will get out of play. Two balls and 1 strike, the count. Kelsey Thompson at third, Tori Carruthers at second, Sammy Lose at first. 1 away.
And an errant throw from the HCC dugout to give some balls to the umpire.
You know, fortunately, we don't have to track those on the scoring system. Hernandez ahead in the count, 2-1. Forth delivers. Popped up. If it's fair, it's an infield fly rule. And catch is made by the first baseman. Trap, and there's 2 away. So, golden opportunity for the Dragons. Is now up to a 2-out hit from Allie Raines, who singled and drove in a run her first time. Another run came in to score on that same play when Courtney Brown bobbled. That allowed Sammy Lose to score. Here's the pitch. Raines takes a shot toward right and fouls it off. Raines' power to right and right center. Allie with 44 RBIs this year. Here's the 0-1. Off speed, spins outside, and it's 1-1. The Dragons have 5 players with 44 or more RBIs. The pitch. Tough call for Rain. She takes one on the inside corner. Now she's down in the count 1-2. So JC Forth, a strike away from pitching out of a major jam. 2 doubles in the inning and a walk loaded them. 1-2 pitch. Hard hit ball to the second baseman. Gray, she'll flip to first, and the inning's over, and Forth avoids another big inning. Dragons leave them loaded. No runs, 2 hits, and 3 left on. We go to the third, 6-0 Hutchinson. This is the only series of the 8 first-rounders across the state of Kansas in Region 6 Division 2 to yet be completed. Rain forced the postponement of this series, and there was a lot of rain on Friday, and quite seriously, the field totally unplayable Saturday and Sunday. And assistant coach Ben Whitsett and the Fun Valley staff did a nice job getting it back into optimum condition as the postseason has begun. 6-0 Hutch here in the third. Top of the order for Coffeyville. And Holly Kelly misses outside ball 1 to Bailey Gray, who booped a single that landed just inside the left field line over Kelsey Thompson's head to start the first. The 1-0 pitch. Strike called. The winner of this series will play Cowley. The Tigers dispatched of Heston College in a sweep 10-2 and 9-3 earlier today in Arc City. 1-1 pitch, inside 2-1. The other half of District E, no upsets. Top-seeded Highland just freight trained Brown Mackey 25-1 and 21-2. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Independence, an old buddy, Megan Hudson, swept KCK 3-0 and 5-3. That'll be the other District E matchup. There's a swing and a miss. And Holly Kelly records her 4th strikeout. One away here in the third for the right fielder, Joni Pulse. Pulse took a called third in the first. On the District D side, there were 4 sweeps, all won by the home team. So far, no surprises in terms of the seeding. A wind in the pitch. Strike on the inside corner. Top-seeded Johnson County swept Fort Scott 8-3 and 4-2. Kelly's 0-1. Fouled off and ricocheted off either Pulse's helmet or Pendleton's helmet. Very quickly, 0-2. Allen swept Cloud by the scores of 2-1 and 8-0. Kelly's 0-2. Line drive right at the second baseman. Danielson would make a couple of steps to her right to flag it down 2 away. That'll bring up shortstop Jordan Sutton, who flew out to center fielder Sammy Lost in the first. She was tangled up on that play with Allie Raines. Raines was called out on interference, down for several minutes. Hasn't had a ball hit to her since, and now she swings for the first time. Team's leading hitter. Swings and misses at that one, and it's 0-1. The Oklahoma-Arkansas contingent, the 8th team in Topeka, because there's only 14 teams in Region 6. L1 pitch. Swinging a pop-up. Third base side, Kelsey Thompson will not have a play. It drops in the stands 0-2. Murray State swept North Ark 9-1 and 14-3. They'll be the number 3 seed on that side, and that's the reason Hutchinson drops to the 4 slot in the overall seedings for Region 6. Thus, they are in with Highland instead of
Johnson
County, thank you, despite sweeping Murray State being 13 games under 500. Pitch inside, and it's 1-2. So Murray State swept Norfolk. They'll play Labette. Labette swept Neosho County 9-3 and 3-2 yesterday. The pitch off the plate wide, and it's 2-2. HCC President Dr. Carter File now in attendance. The whole much of the coaching staffs are here. Here's the pitch. Sutton wouldn't chase, and the count now full. Good curveball from Kelly. The one thing about curveballs and screwballs in softball, they have the same speed as their ride balls. Baseballers are considered off-speed pitches. The pitch, hard hit ball right to Thompson at third. She gets up and makes the throw. And for the first time today, Coffeyville goes in order 1-2-3. To the bottom of the third here at Fun Valley in Game 1. Dragons 6 and the Ravens nothing. Six nothing Dragons, bottom of the third here in Game 1, this best of 3 District E series. Cannot recall, Kobe, you were here. Who did Hutchinson sweep in the first round last year here at Fun Valley?
I believe it was Fort Scott.
I believe it was because baseball, that's right, it was Fort Scott. Softball won, baseball got beat by the Greyhounds. Nicole Pendleton to lead off the third, and she takes a big hack and fouls it straight back to start the third inning. Pendleton, a first inning single. The pitch from J.C. Fourth, the changeup that misses outside, and it's 1-1. Coffeyville bench reacted, but it was quite a bit outside. Dragons was 6 in the first, loaded him up in the second. Another changeup, and this foul tipped into the glove of Riam Bunnell, and Pendleton down 1-2. Dragons sent 11 to the plate in the first, scored 6, loaded the bases in the second, came up empty, despite back-to-back doubles. Pitch upstairs, 2-2 the count now to Nicole Pendleton. Good crowd on hand on this, what is trying to be a gorgeous Monday afternoon. The pitch, high fly ball, but it will get out of play. And the Dragon baseball team will officially finish number 2 in the West. 22-10 record. Colby beat him by a game. 2-2 pitch. Just missed the changeup. Fourth wanted it, didn't get the call. Now it's a full count to Nicole Pendleton. 10 sophomores on Wednesday honored here. Nice ceremony between games with Tabor Jimmy. Here's the pitch. Check swing foul. Stays 3-2. We're officially in every sport in the spring into the postseason. Region 6 track happens Saturday. Foul back out of play. The HCC track teams both finished 6th. And the men were a 1 hurdle away from finishing 4th. Stein Desir, even with the nation's leader, would have beaten him. Good at bat by Pendleton, fouls another one off. Stein clipped the last hurdle, wound up 4th in the race, and that cost the Dragons 2 places in the standings. HCC women also 6th. A great performance for them. They'll take more than 20 to nationals. Here's the pitch. Line shot right back through the box for a base hit. Wasn't the bat for Pendleton. She battled off 4 2-strike pitches to get that hit. She's 2 for 2. The Dragons now have 8 hits. And it's back to the top of the order. Hannah Danielson, a walk and a single. It was Danielson's single that was hit toward shortstop Jordan Sutton when Sutton and Allie Raines got tied up. Raines was out on interference, but Sarah Hernandez was allowed to score after an argument from Jamie Rose. Hit down the right field line. This could be trouble. It's down for a hit. Stopping at second is Pendleton. She had to wait to see if the ball would be caught. So perfectly placed single down the right field line by Danielson. She's 2 for 2. The Dragons now have 9 hits. And once again, the Dragons have a threat brewing. Blanco the batter.
And let's see if she goes for another bunt for hit attempt.
Runs up. Head squared, but takes outside ball 1. She had a bunt single her first time up in the first and bunted a little bit too hard back to 4th, who threw her out to end the inning. The pitch. Taken high for a ball. They might have peeled out on that one. They won't, and Kendall Blanco up, and they count 2 balls and no strikes. Third baseman, Andrew Bunt, and crashing hard. Jordan Sutton, the shortstop, going to cover the bag at third. Now it's 3-0. That pitch blown away. And Kendall Blanco in the driver's seat with the power coming up. Polly Kelly on deck. The first 2 have reached. The cripple pitch is taken for a strike. Borderline up in the zone, and that's 3-1.
And already 72 pitches for 4th. HCC working the counts high and often.
The pitch. Popped up. Caught by 4th. An unproductive out. Kendall will be the first one to know that she dropped the bunt head, which is a cardinal sin when you're bunting. You got to keep that bat barrel up to force the ball down. So 1 away now for Holly Kelly. Kelly 0 for 2. Reached on a fielder's choice and scored, then struck out. The pitch. Check swing foul. Dragons in finals this week. In fact, the entire school, not just the softball team, the entire school's in finals this week. Here's the pitch. Taken low for a ball, 1-1. Just watching the reactions of J.C. Forth, I think she feels like she's getting squeezed a little bit, especially on the low end of the zone. Here's the pitch. All right, outside for a ball. Snap throw to second. Back in safely is Nicole Pendleton with a head first dive. Kelly with the 2-1 advantage in the count. The pitch. Good pitch from Forth. Strike on the inside corner. Now it's 2-2. Kelsey Thompson waits on deck. Here's the pitch. Foul back. Forth ran it right in on the hands of Holly Kelly, and Hall fought it off to stay alive. 6 in the first, none in the second, but the Dragons left him loaded. Stranded 5 through the first 2 at-bats. The pitch. Changeup misses outside. Now it's 3-2 to Holly Kelly. Here's the pitch. Loop to right center field. Nobody's going to get to this when it drops in. Everybody can only move up 60 feet because they had to make sure the ball was going to be caught. So the Dragons have him loaded with nobody out. And the middle third of the order coming up with Kelsey Thompson. I think we're going to get a pinch runner at first. It should be Bailey Ward, or is that Callie Engel Maxwell? Almost looks like Callie.
Number 20, I think.
It is Bailey Ward. Bailey Ward will pinch run for Holly Kelly at first. So Ward at first. Danielson at second. Pendleton at third for Kelsey Thompson, who doubled her last time. She reps one toward the gap in left center field. It's down for a hit. 1 run scores. Here comes Danielson. She will score. It's back-to-back doubles for Thompson. She's driven in 3, and the Dragons lead at 8-0. Bailey Ward goes from first to third.
Third RBI of the day for Thompson.
Thompson with double number 20 RBIs, 53 and 54. And the Dragons break through here in the third after leaving a huge chance on base in the second. Both Pendleton and Danielson score. Now Tori Carruthers. She takes low and in, ball 1. Good stop by the catcher, Rhiann Bundle. Carruthers has a bunt, single, and a run scored, and a double, 2 for 2. The pitch. Fourth misses high, and it's 2-0 to Carruthers. Sammy Lowe's waits on deck. Tori with slightly open stats up in the box. She rips one up the middle. It's down for a hit. Scoring from third is Ward. They're waving Thompson. She will score without a pinch. Hustling into second base with a double is Tori Carruthers. It's 10-0 Hutchinson. Second double of the game for Carruthers. Her 16th of the year. RBIs 49 and 50. That gives Hutchinson 5 people with more than or 50 or more RBIs, and we're going to have a pitching change.
23 came out, and I believe number 8 was who I saw warming up, and that's indeed who it is for Coffeyville. Don't know the name, but
We'll tell you about the new pitcher right after this. Madison Smith, the sophomore, comes in to take over in the circle for J.C. Forth, who goes 2 1/3 and gives up 10 runs. Still 1 runner on base, her responsibility. Smith in for the 21st time, 14th in relief, 0-5 with a 6.87 earned run average. She has tossed 55 innings, 109 hits allowed, 74 runs, 54 earned. She has struck out 16 and walked 6. She'll take on Sammy Lowe's here. Dragons with 4 in the inning, now lead at game number 1, 10-0. And it's a pitch high to Sammy. Lowe's has a bases loaded hit by pitch for her 62nd RBI of the year and drew a walk in the second. No official time of the bat yet. She swings and hits one high to right field post. Camps under it, makes the catch. Tagging is Carruthers. And she'll move up with ease going to third, so a productive out for Los. Crothers moves up to third. Now 2 away for Sarah Hernandez. Hernandez 0 for 1. Strike call on the outside corner. Dragons have not faced too many lefties this year. A wind in the pitch. Chopped to short. Sutton charges Fields. Sets her feet and throws to get Hernandez the end of the inning. Another good turn for the Dragons. 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We've completed 3 here in game number 1. Our new score, Hutchinson 10 and Coffeyville nothing. Yep. Get Indy. 10-0 Dragons, a 6-run first, a 4-run third. And Holly Kelly back. 4, 5, and 6 here in the Red Raven fourth. Against Holly Kelly. This is at a change-up to start the fourth. Holly Kelly has allowed 1 hit, 2 walks. She has struck out 4. Here's the pitch. And now the hand is right back to her. Glances off the glove to Thompson. She picks it up and throws to get the runner. Good heads-up play by Kelsey Thompson. Not giving up on a hard-hit ball that glances off the glove of Holly Kelly. A 1-5-3 putout. And there's 1 away. Kelly has now retired 5 in a row. Rachel Trapp, the first baseman, drew a leadoff walk in the second. There's a strike. Trapp in that first doubleheader on May 8th was 2 for 6 in the doubleheader with a double and an RBI. Here's the pitch. Downstairs. And I believe the double was off of Kelly. Dip into my numbers here. We're in an open air press box. I've kind of got everything tied in here in a book. The pitch inside 2-1. So Holly again nibbling with Trapp. Yep, the double by Trapp was off of Kelly in the 14-4 Hutchinson win. And there's a high fly ball, shallow left, drifting back is Los. Just right on the dirt as the dirt meets the grass, and she grabs it for out number 2. Late in the afternoon, left field, the left side of the infield becomes a tough sun field. So Kelsey Thompson, Sammy Los, and Allie Raines will battle it for a while longer. 2 up, 2 down for the catcher, Rhiann Bunnell. She takes ball 1. Bunnell with the sacrifice bunt, her first time up. The wind in the pitch is hit foul, a curveball, out of play over the Dragon dugout. Great crowd on hand. Really appreciate it. This has been a dream season for the Dragons, and I'm glad people are coming out to watch it. Change up, goes up, foul back to the screen, and it remains 1 ball and 2 strikes on Rhiann Bunnell. Last year, this team, 31 wins, 36 so far this year. The pitch. And on the hands, nubbed foul. Holly loves to jam right-handed hitters, and she'll do it with both the fastball, the rise ball, and then she can also do it with the screwball. Really effective on right-handed hitters. The pitch. Got her swinging, and the inning is over. 7 in a row retired by Kelly. She has struck out 5 halfway through in game number 1. Dragons 10, Ravens nothing. If the Blue Dragons are successful and head to Topeka, Kobe Comley will be up there. I'll be with baseball. And hopefully, if everything goes well on Saturday, I will join Colby on Sunday in Topeka. Hopefully,
We can go to Mississippi
punch
together.
a ticket to Mississippi, Clinton to be exact. Long way to go before you worry about that, though. But the Dragons really do this year have a legitimate chance. 11th in the country, 36-6 record in the regular season. And quite honestly, they don't show any signs of slowing down or being afraid by this whole magical rim. Allie Raines to lead off the 4th. Madison Smith, the lefty, delivers a strike on the outside corner. Smith pitched in relief on April 8th. Hard shot, just out foul outside of third. Smith only worked 2/3 of an inning in that one appearance and allowed 4 hits, 5 runs. 4 were earned, gave up a double and 2 home runs. That was in game 1. She gave up the home runs to Carruthers and Lose. Here's the pitch. Pitch outside, didn't miss by much, and again that draws a reaction from the Coffeyville dugout. And the dugouts are past the bases. They're even farther down the baselines than the bases are, so it's hard to tell in and out here. Pitch outside, 2-2 to Raines. The interior fence, which next year will be permanent, 215 feet, symmetrical all the way around. This will be Hutchinson's home field for quite some time. Popped up, and it just creeps out of play. Blue Dragon golf team, speaking of postseason, will head to the National Division I Championships in Florida, making their 17th consecutive appearance. Grounded up the middle, hard hit ball and into center field. Raines aboard with the Dragons' 13th hit. She's now 2 for 3. And another leadoff person aboard for the Dragons, and that'll bring up Nicole Pendleton. 2 for 2, a pair of singles and a run scored. And it's back to the top of the order. Hutchinson's already been around 3 times. The pitch. Rip to left field. That will get down and slide all the way past the left fielder to the fence. Raines being waved around third. She will score without a play. Now they throw in behind, but safe at second is Pendleton. It's 11-0. Pendleton, an RBI double. The left fielder, Mullen, took a chance on a dive, missed, and they're rolled all the way to the fence. That allowed Raines to score from first. Nicole Pendleton with her 5th double of the year, RBI number 21. She's 3 for 3, and the Dragons lead at 11-0, now 14 hits.
And that's what makes this HCC team so lethal is every batter is capable of having, at any time, multi-base hits.
Hannah Danielson. She takes a curve or a change-up down low for ball 1. Danielson has walked in a pair of singles, 2 runs scored. Also 1 RBI. The pitch. That one catches the outside corner at the knees, and it's 1-1. One thing I didn't talk with Jamie about is would she start Hawley in game 2 and try to shut this down, especially if they won. The pitch. Bunted through for a strike. And Danielson down in the count 1-2. I'd say right now, my inclination would be that Kristen Taylor would get the game 2 start. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's finish off game 1 first. Madison Weinfire hit up the middle again for a base hit. They will wave Pendleton. Here comes the throw. It's cut off, and it's 12-0. Danielson with her 3rd hit, 2nd RBI. And Hutchinson tacking on some insurance for run rule purposes. Pendleton scores from 2nd. 3 have reached to start the 4th. A single by Raines, a double by Pendleton, and now a single by Danielson. That'll bring up Kendall Blanco. Pitch. Bunts through 1 for strike 1. Last Wednesday, Kendall Blanco had an absolutely wonderful afternoon. Reached base 7 out of 8 times, 6 for 7 with 6 singles, 3 stolen bases, and 6 runs scored. Swinging, chops it foul, and she's down in the count 0-2. Blanco with that first inning bunt single, her 20th bunt single of the year. But she now has 52 hits, 51 singles. The pitch. She went the opposite way, got it right over Sutton's head into the gap in left center field. The outfielders playing just as shallow as they are now, and Kendall drove her right past him. Here's the pitch. Rolled to the second baseman, Gray, and safe. What speed down the line. It's an infield single for Blanco. And really, Bailey Gray charged it and did everything she was supposed to do. She just didn't get the throw there in time with the speedy Blanco.
And like Gerard Dyson says, that what speed do.
So Blanco now with 2 hits. And here's Holly Kelly. She takes ball 1. What did Hall do in her last at bat? I didn't get it written down.
Singled.
So she's 1 for 3. 2 runs scored. The pitch. Looped into right center field. That's down for a hit. Everybody will move up 60 feet, and the Dragons have him loaded again. 5 consecutive hits to start the 4th.
And bases juice, none out. None down for Kelsey Thompson.
Thompson, 2 for 2, a pair of doubles, 3 RBIs. She now has 54, which ties Holly Kelly for 2nd on the team. Los has 62. The only thing the Dragons haven't done today is left the yard. Wind in the pitch. Popped up. Foul territory, and there will be a play. The catcher, Bunnell, makes the catch for the 2nd out. You can just feel, 1 out. My apologies. Just looking down at the dugout, you can see Kelsey Thompson would bite through nails right now, as mad as she is at herself. Now Tori Carruthers. Tori has a bunt single and a run scored, and 2 doubles, 2 RBIs. Here's the pitch. Hard hit ball down the line and fair. Danielson scores. Here comes Blanco to score. It's 14-0. Tori Carruthers with RBIs 3 and 4 on the afternoon. She now has 52 for the season, and it's 14-0 Hutch here in game number 1. Kelly stops at second. Both Danielson and Blanco score.
18 hits in 4 innings now.
Now Samuelos the batter. She takes low ball 1. Let's flip and see what the season high for hits is. My handy dandy book here. Curveball inside and high for a ball. Ground ball to Sutton. She bobbles it, and everybody's going to be safe. That'll be an error. Quite honestly, I was kind of think that one, well, she can have a play anywhere. Where that ball would hit. She had range to her right.
And if anything, she did a play at third, so I'd give that a fielder's choice than an error, I would say.
I'll go with that. Season high for hits is 23 at Garden City. So they're a little bit of ways yet. There's a pop in the infield, lands foul. Nobody can make a play on it, and it's spun foul. The ball about 20 feet down the line by Sarah Hernandez. So Kelly at third, Carruthers at second, Los at first. Hernandez is the 9th batter. The pitch ripped and just about took Holly Kelly with it. Ben Whitsitt breathes a sigh of relief, and so does Jamie Rose. That's one of the best pitchers in the country that just about got drilled with a line shot off the bat of Sarah Hernandez. Hernandez down in the count, 0-2. 1 out in the inning, bases loaded, 14-0 Hutch. 4 across in the inning. Here's the pitch. High and outside. As free a swinger as Sarah can be, she wasn't going to chase that one. The Dragons sent 11 to the plate in the first inning. 6 in the second, 8 in the third. Full foul again.
And about knocks the Coffeyville coach off her bucket.
Well, Sarah can find a way to hold that swing just a bit longer. Still 1-2. Hernandez, the 9th batter of this inning, so the Dragons have rolled through here in game number 1. Here's the pitch. High and outside, a curveball, and it's 2-2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits in the inning. All singles, except Pendleton's double. Here's the pitch. Now it's hit the left field and down for a hit. Kelly will score. Carruthers stays at third. It's 15-0. Station to station softball, keeping them moving.
And Kelly's run right now under due to the error.
15 runs, 19 hits for the Dragons. That's the second most. They had 19 against the Bethany JV. Allie Raines, who started all this off with a single. Winding the pitch. Hard hit by the left field, a base hit. Carruthers scores. Los will stop at third. It's 16-0. So the Dragons made an early statement and have accomplished, at least in game 1, what they wanted to do. They've got Coffeyville down, and now they're trying to really make it set in for game number 2. Nicole Pendleton, the 11th batter of the inning. She takes a curveball at the letters for strike 1. 20 hits, now second most in for the season. 23 against Garden City is the high. Here's the pitch. Sharply hit ball, passed into right field. 1 run scores. Here comes, nope, they put the brakes on. Everybody's moving up 60 feet. Another single for Pendleton. She's 4 for 4. Drives in her second run, and it's 17-0. Raines to second. Low scores. Hernandez to third. Now Hannah Danielson looking for her 4th hit. Hard hit ball to short, and she bobbles it. 1 run will score, and everybody stays put. That'll be an error, but an RBI. And Jordan Sutton right now thoroughly frustrated, as is the entire Coffeyville team. Danielson drives in her 3rd run of the game. Hernandez scores. Now Raines at 3rd, Pendleton at 2nd.
So 18 ties the most runs scored in the game as well.
This season. I'll check the runs here, but I was checking on something else. So now Kendall Blanco steps in. Bases loaded, 1 away, 18-0 Dragons. She drops a bunt foul. It's Hannah Danielson's 3rd 3 RBI game of the year. That's what I was checking on. Most runs scored this year by the Blue Dragons. Kendall drops one down, fielded by the first base. They flip to the plate for the force. And there's 2 away. $19 is the season high for runs. That against Garden City when they had the 23 hits. They also had 18 in game number 1 against Garden City. Now Holly Kelly. She singled her last time. Loops one into center field. That's down for a hit. That will tie the season high for runs, now 19-0. Pendleton scores. That's her 3rd run of the game. Danielson moves to 3rd, Blanco to 2nd. Holly Kelly drives in her 1st run of the game. That gives her 55 for the year. Now Kelsey Thompson, who I think wants revenge for that last at bat. And she just about got it. Got out in front of one and pulled a foul just outside of 3rd. 19 runs, 22 hits. The Dragons now 1 hit shy of a season high. School record is 29 hits. Far, far from that yet. Here's the pitch. Pulled foul again, scattering the Coffeyville coaches. Nine runs in the inning. That's after 6 in the first, 4 in the third. The Dragons about hit Coffeyville 22-1. 4 Coffeyville errors also in the game. The pitch. Little looper to center field. Brown has it measured, and the inning is over. Here, 15 come to the plate. 9 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors, and 3 left on. And after 4, in game number 1, Hutchinson leads Coffeyville 19-0. Dragons well on their way in game number 1. Not to be mean or anything, but if this game were to be extended, Coffeyville would need to come up with 11 runs. No, 12 runs here in the 5th. Haley Gully, Rebecca Mullen, and Courtney Brown. I think there's a pinch hitter in there somewhere as the announcement was already made. Bailey Gully will hit. She struck out looking her first time. Holly Kelly, 1 hit, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts. Like to shut it down right here. Holly at 61 pitches. Tap foul at the plate by Gully. Significant if the Dragons can get out of this fairly quickly with a low pitch count for Holly. That may lend into a decision Jamie Rose will make for game number 2. If you've been with us all year, you know game number 2s have generally been chaotic, high-scoring marathons. The line in the pitch inside. That game 2 on April 8th, Tori Carruthers came in for Kylie Finley. Wound up working 7 innings to get the win and pitched very well in doing so. 1-1 pitch. Right in there for a strike, and it's 1-2. Here's the pitch. Pendleton tried to frame it as all she might. Couldn't get the call on the pitch off the corner, and it's 2-2. You frame, give that much motion on a frame, you're not going to get it. Pitch fouled straight back on the roof. And eventually it'll stop rolling. There we go. That was not thunder, that's just the roof here at the main complex at Fun Valley. 2-2, the count to Gully. Here's the pitch. Got her swinging. 1 away.
Strikeout number 6. And
8 in a row retired.
And there's the pinch hitter.
Okay, so Haley Nolly will pinch hit. N-A-L-E-Y, the spelling on the last name. Strike on the inside corner. Holly Nally looking for her first hit of the year. She's 0 for 18. Swing and a miss, nothing in 2. Dealing with a pretty tough customer at Holly Kelly. 19-0 Hutch here in the 5th. Game 2 will be about 20 to 25 minutes after completion of this one. Curveball way outside. A ball and 2 strikes, they count to Nolly. Here's the pitch. Got her swinging. 2-way. 3 straight strikeouts now for Holly Kelly. 9 in a row retired. And the last chance for Coffeyville center fielder Courtney Brown. Brown was out on a bunt attempt. Kelly to Hannah Danielson, and it's a strike called on the outside corner. Now 72 pitches for Holly. The line in the pitch. Chased the one out of the zone up, and now Coffeyville down to its final strike, 0-2 to Brown. Here's the pitch. Off the plate wide, 1-2. The opening round has not provided much excitement to this point. There's suspense. The pitch. Foul ball out of play. Really the closest series was KCK and Coffeyville, the 7-8 seed. Independent swept 3-0 and 5-3. Every other series had at least one blowout in it. The pitch. Misses outside, 2-2. Number 1, Highlands absolutely decimated. Now 3-45, Brown Mackey, 25-1 and 21-2. Pitch popped up. Pendleton won't have a play. We'll have at least one more pitch in this one. Dragons looking to close out game number 1. Pendleton drops the sign. Kelly delivers. Screw ball outside, full count. So good at bat for Brown. She's fall off a couple of 2-strike pitches. Top of the order, Bailey Gray would be next. Here's the 3-2. Called strike 3, and the ball game is over. Kelly finishes with 4 consecutive strikeouts. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in the game. Dragons win game number 1 in 5 innings, 19-0. We'll total it up and get you set for game number 2 right after this. You're listening to Blue Dragon Softball.
All right. Coffeyville is now Hutchinson. Oh.
Dragons run Will Coffeyville in game number 1, 19-0. Steve Carpenter, Kobe Conley, Joey Teal back with you at Sun Valley. Dragons 1 win away from advancing in District D to Topeka, the double elimination part of it. Totals for game number 1 look like this for the victorious Blue Dragons. 19 runs, 22 hits, 0 errors. The 19 runs tie season high. The 22 hits, 1 short of a season high. Coffeyville, no runs, 1 hit, 4 errors, 3 left on base. The winning pitcher, Holly Kelly, now 25-4, 45. J.C. Ford takes the loss. She drops to 6-20, and the ball game took 1 hour and 29 minutes. Holly Kelly getting plenty of run support, 6 in the first, 4 in the third, and 9 in the fourth. Kelly with her 23rd complete game of the year and her 6th shutout. Just 1 hit, 8 strikeouts, and 2 walks. That gives her now a nation-leading 250 strikeouts for the season. She retired the final 3, 6, 9, 10 batters she faced. First batter of the game, Bailey Gray hit a little dunker down the left field line that dropped just fair. And that was the only hit she allowed. She gave up 2 second-inning walks, and after that, retired the final 10. And in the meantime, the Dragons offensively went to town. 22 hits. Tori Carruthers 4 for 4, 2 doubles, 4 RBIs. Nicole Pendleton 4 for 4, double, 2 RBIs. 3 hits each for Hannah Danielson, Holly Kelly, and Allie Raines. 2 hits for Kendall Blanco, 2 hits for Kelsey Thompson with 3 RBIs and 2 doubles. And you kind of get the picture. Pendleton, 2 RBIs, Raines, 2 RBIs, Hernandez, 2 RBIs, Carruthers, 4, Thompson, 3, Danielson out of the leadoff spot, 3. And the team's number 1 RBI hitter, Sammy Lose, with 1. And that was on bases loaded, hit by pitch. So the Dragons get game number 1. Now go after the sweep. And to punch its ticket, headed for Topeka. Kobe, any last thoughts of game number 1, and then we set up for game number 2?
Pretty much complete dominance by Hutchinson here in game 1. It'll be interesting to see whether they decide to throw Holly Kelly again as a starter in game 2 and continue her hot streak right now, if they're going to bring out Kristen Taylor to start game number 2. But it should be exciting to find out.
We'll find out in about 20 minutes. That'll do for game number 1 for the stream operator and tech advisor Joey Teal. Bobby Conley, Steve Carpenter from Fun Valley. We will talk to you in about 20 minutes. Final score of game number 1 in 5 innings. Hutchinson defeats Coffeyville 19-0 and leads the series 1 game to none. We'll see you in about 20 minutes.